Good day, I'm Theodore Henry, and this is your JIS News for Thursday, November 22. The Planning Institute of Jamaica, PIOJ, is reporting growth in the economy by an estimated 1.9% during the July to September 2018 quarter. The figure was released by the Director General, Dr. Wayne Henry, at the company's quarterly media briefing on Wednesday.
This follows a real GDP growth of 2.2% recorded in the previous quarter, associated with and is indicative of the continued strengthening in the pace of economic growth for the fiscal year within the 1.5% to 2.5% range.
During his presentation, Dr. Henry says growth was spurred by an estimated 5.2% increase in the goods-producing industry and 0.8% for the services industry.
The projected outturn for the July to September 2018 quarter largely reflected the positive impact of increased domestic demand, pushed by record levels of employment, increased consumer and business confidence, expansion of capacity utilization in the mining and quarrying industry, increased construction activities with the expansion of the road network, building of new hotel rooms and other commercial buildings, and continued stability in the macroeconomic environment.
$31 million is being set aside for the energy efficiency upgrade of the Jamaica Cultural Development Commission, JCDC, corporate office in Kingston. The project will be undertaken by the Petroleum Corporation of Jamaica's Energy Efficiency and Conservation Program, EECP, and will involve the installation of 49 indoor units with ventilation systems and cool roof technology. The Petroleum Corporation of Jamaica and the JCDC signed a Memorandum of Understanding yesterday to formalize the arrangement. The initiative is set to reduce the energy usage at the JCDC's corporate office by 32%. This marks the second engagement between the two groups with an initiative of this nature, as the Commission has benefited from training and awareness workshops to improve their capacity to perform energy audits at the agency's locations. A national committee has been formed to review test items for the Primary Exit Profile (PEP) assessment. The committee consists of a teacher from each region who is recommended by the Jamaica Teachers Association, JTA. The formation of the committee is one measure implemented by the ministry to modify the assessment following the mock performance task component of PEP in June. In Parliament Tuesday, State Minister in the Education Ministry, Floyd Green, said a review of the results of the mock exam revealed several weaknesses which are being addressed.
As you would expect, Mr. Speaker, the first year of any form of change may have teething pains, but we're working them through.
Minister Green said multiple choice will be introduced to the performance task examination. Also, a PEP website and app are now operational, and a Memorandum of Understanding has been signed between the Education Ministry and the JTA to allow for a seamless process.
We've provided the teacher engagement activity at least 1 month before the actual assessment is to be done. We are organizing questions in different ways to prevent students from having to flip over the paper many times. We have removed the teacher's name from individual students' report.
The performance task examination has been rescheduled to March 27 and 28, 2019. The ability test is planned for February 2019 and the curriculum-based test for April 2019. Security measures have been beefed up at the Hanover Infirmary with the installation of closed-circuit television CCTV camera systems. The measure is to ensure the safety of staff and residents at the facility and to prevent unwanted persons from entering the compound. During a tour recently, Local Government Minister Desmond McKenzie said the infirmary is the first to be equipped with the technology.
We also put it in so that we can monitor those who work in our infirmaries, because there's no hiding that some of who have been employed to administer care in our infirmaries should never be in the infirmaries because they abuse the residents. And somebody have to keep an eye.
The facility was also equipped with smoke detectors as well as energy-saving lighting fixtures to maximize visibility, particularly at nights. Local manufacturers and exporters are being urged to explore untapped markets that exist in Haiti. The call to action came from Jamaica Manufacturers and Exporters Association, JMEA, President Metri Siaga.
This is an opportunity that must not pass us. Haiti is a big market that's right next door to us. We must use this opportunity as business people, as manufacturers, to get in there early and start to sell our goods and services there.
Mr. Siaga was speaking at the JMEA's quarterly press briefing on Tuesday. He said the Council for Trade and Economic Development has indicated that Haiti will be putting in place the administrative and legislative framework for duty-free trading of goods by October 2019. And finally, Cabinet has signed off on the renaming of the Troy Primary School in Trelawney in honor of Olympian Veronica Campbell-Brown. The 8-time Olympic medalist attended the institution before moving to Vera Technical High School in Clarendon. Sports Minister Olivia Grange, who made the announcement recently, said the projected timeline to complete the formalities to rename the 100-year-old heritage site is the first quarter of 2019. Minister Grange further revealed that Cabinet also signed off on plans to refurbish sections of the school for which designs have been drafted. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Theodore Henry. Thanks for watching.